But welcome to this part, the CJ Kyle's experience, and we are going to get into something. Did y'all see? Did y'all see the Chris Rock comedy special? Did y'all see the Chris Rock comedy special? Now, I'm no fan of Chris Rock. I've never found Chris Rock particularly funny. Uh, I never have. I've never found him funny on anything that he's really done. Now he has some movies. He has some movies that he's done that I've kind of liked, but okay, so if we don't know, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for subscribing to that channel. I'm no fan of Chris Rock. But I did get the opportunity to watch the Netflix special. I had the opportunity to watch the Netflix special. Compared to some of his other specials, I've seen Bigger and Blacker. I've seen the last special that he did. I think this was one of the weakest ones. Oh yeah, Head of State. That was fly. The Head of State was good. It was good, but Bernie Mac was in there. And I'm not trying to crap on Chris Rock. I have no issue personally with Chris Rock. Well, let me take that back. I do have an issue with Chris Rock. Chris Rock was in a room full of white men, and they just were using the N-word with the hard R like it was yesterday's news. Him being the only black man in the room. And I had an issue with that. So yeah, I do have kind of a problem with Chris Rock. And the only one who thought it was rude for them to do that was, I think, Jerry Seinfeld. He was the one who was like, y'all need to stop. And Chris Rock just sitting there with his eyes bucked. So ever since then, I just like my issue with Chris Rock was yeah, I was cool on him. But anyway, so here's the thing with the Netflix special. I'm talking about YouTube. Chris Rock was up there for about an hour. And about 45 minutes into the special, he told about 45 minutes of unfunny jokes. And personally, I think he was relying too much on the whole Will Smith, Jada Pinkett, because I will give him credit where credit is due. Chris Rock did light they asses up. Now I'm gonna try to play a little snippet of something, but I don't think I can play too much without getting striked and all that kind of stuff. And but he lit they asses up. I'm not gonna cap. He lit them up. And this was a build up. It's been building up, and some people are saying, well, why did he wait so late to respond? Why did he wait so late to respond? It's been a year. Move on. I've seen all different kind of comments when it came to this whole situation. And I feel like this. It was clearly a business and marketing strategy behind him releasing the special when he released it. Now, Chris Rock, I think the Oscars are coming up in a couple of weeks. I'm not into the Oscars, but I think the Oscars are coming up, and they just probably said, hey, let's wait. We're gonna do this special. The Oscar buzz on top of what he did to you it's a win-win. And I'm sure he's probably winning with this whole thing. I saw people saying it was great. I didn't like it. And I tend to look at myself as a stand-up comedy connoisseur. I love stand-up comedy probably more than an average person that isn't a comedian. Now, I love stand-up comedy, and I watch stand-up comedy very regularly, and I just never thought that he was it. I just never thought that he was it. But let's see. Let's get into it. And let's see. Let's see if we can get into some of this without doing too much. Now, I'm gonna give you, if you have not seen it and you want to see it, pause this video, come back to it, and then you can come back and we can have a conversation in a minute. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, we are no longer talking about the nursing stuff, but we are talking about some of the ratchet behavior going on in society. Ladies and gentlemen, this is premium black news right now I'm giving you, okay? Now, his special was called Selective Outrage. Selective outrage, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's check this out to see if we can hear some of what he was actually saying. Hold on. I gotta learn how to navigate this thing the right way. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Her son, and his wife was fucking her son's friend. Okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit.
Chris Rock finally talks about the Will Smith Oscars slap in live comedy special Selective Outrage. Chris Rock wasted no time addressing the elephant in the room in his new Netflix special Chris Rock Selective Outrage, though he saved the best for last. During Netflix's first live event on the streaming platform, the actor and comedian alluded vaguely, at first, to the Will Smith Oscars slap that took over the world following the 2022 Oscars. My reaction to this is I totally understand Chris Rock's frustration with the situation. The slap on live TV, Will Smith overreacted. Now what he did is he gave Chris Rock and every comedian the license to joke about his personal life. Chris Rock will now have top content. He will be funny as hell.
And his wife was fucking her son's friend. Okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this shit. But for some reason, these niggas put that shit on the internet. I have no idea why two talented people would do something that fucking low down. What the fuck? We all been cheated on. Everybody in here have been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. It's like, hey.
Okay, that was funny. I'm gonna give him that one. Listen, the last 10 minutes he went crazy. It was funny. The last 10 minutes of the special, Rock went absolutely ballistic, and that's what the crowd was there for. That's what you were there for. That's what I was there for. We all, even though it was a year later, we all wanted to know what Chris Rock had to say about the Will Smith slap and about the whole situation when it came down to Will Smith. Ladies and gentlemen, we all wanted to know. We all wanted to know. And now we are getting our answer. We're getting our answer. But the whole special as a whole, it's just mid at best. I think he's done better. I've listened to way better specials from him, even though I'm not a fan of his. But just being a comedy connoisseur like I am, I still listen to it because every now and then you may get a gem. So let's continue.
I was sucking somebody else's dick. How did that make you feel? Why the fuck would you do that shit? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay? Okay? And by the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called him a bitch. I tried to call the motherfucker and give him my condolences. He ain't pick up for me. Everybody called that man a bitch. Fucking Charlemagne called him a bitch, and the Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and the View, and the Talk, and every rapper, and fucking the Drink Champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They called him, okay? Now, why the fuck would you do that shit? By the way, he does that shit. Everybody in the world called condolences. He ain't pick up for me. Everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, we knew this was gonna happen. And again, even looking back on that whole situation, was almost 3 years ago. Is what with the whole Will Smith and Jada thing. That's always going to be a stain on Will Smith's resume. And no matter what, him slapping Chris Rock, whether you agree with it or not, his wife disrespecting him the way that she has, it's always going to be a stain on him. And it's unfortunate that a man who is that successful, who a lot of people would consider quote unquote corny, has to be disrespected like that. But once again, these will be the same men that they call on to come save the quote unquote community that put up with the disrespect. Can you imagine being that successful, going through the BS that Will Smith had to go through? That successful, 300, 400, $500 million man, A-lister, blockbuster movies, but can come home and get disrespected in your own home by the woman that's supposed to love you and treat you with respect. Your daughter writing letters to a man who is dead because the mother is quote unquote sad about it. What kind of strike and blow to your ego must that be? What kind of blow to your ego must that be? When you can be that successful in life, when you can work that hard in life, do what you're supposed to do, put on a squeaky clean image out here in a suit, you keep your body right, you got your money right, the whole world loves you. But the woman you come home to has no respect for you. That has to be a hurtful feeling. And this is why I don't agree with what Will Smith did. I don't agree with it. You dig what I'm saying? But I understand it. But I do understand. But it was still a whole move. It was a whole move. Let's not get it twisted. He was wrong for that because he wouldn't have done that to The Rock. You dig what I'm saying? He wouldn't have done that to. He knew he could do that to Chris Rock. If The Rock or somebody of his stature or bigger would have told that joke, if 50 Cent would have told that joke, he would have sat there with his pissed off wife and laughed. And then she would have just did another red table talk. It would have been that simple. But let's keep going. Let's keep going.
They called that man a bitch. Fucking Charlemagne called him a bitch, and the Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and the View and the Talk and every rapper and fucking the drink champs called him a fucking bitch. Everybody called him a bitch. They called his wife a predator. Everybody called him a bitch. Everybody. And who's he hit? Me. A nigga he knows he could be. That is some bitch ass shit. That's what the fuck. Okay? The fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, I thought, but besides that part, I thought the special was very mid, very average. It was nothing special, nothing to write home about. But I do understand that part, and he delivered on the part that he was supposed to deliver on. He talked about the situation, which everybody was waiting for, which everybody wanted him to do. Everybody wanted him to go in. You dig what I'm saying? They all wanted him to do what he was supposed to do and talk crap about Will Smith. And apparently he told a joke, which I thought was funny, okay, in the realm of comedy, because I am a real true to the game, stomp down fan of comedy, stand-up comedy, okay? Well, I guess Chris Rock told a joke about Emancipation, the movie Will Smith just won an NAACP award for. And he said, I only watched the movie to watch him get beat. Hit him again, massa. Hit him again, massa. Listen, in the realm of comedy, I thought that was funny. Okay. It was a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It was a joke. He made the joke. And people have got their panties in a bunch about it. And again, like where do comedians have what they have a freedom of speech, right? They have a certain freedom to talk about the creative arts and how they see the world on stage. You dig what I'm saying? I thought it was no holds barred, but now you can't even make a joke without, I don't know, without offending somebody. But that was that whole Chris Rock ish. But I thought the special was mid at best. If you want to see him annihilate Will and Jada, hey, it's worth a watch, but only probably watch about the last 10 minutes of it. And yeah, I think I don't know. I'm good on that. I'll probably never watch it again. I'm gonna keep it real with you. I'll probably never watch it again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you familiar with Dilbert? Oh boy. Dilbert just went full uh dare I say he went full on code. He got on code. You dig? Scott Adams, the creator of Dilbert, had a lot to say. He had a lot to say, and he wasn't afraid to say it. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you all have seen it, and I should have done a better job. I should have done a better job of having these clips ready to go. But he yeah. He got his script. He got his Dilbert comic dropped from publications because of what he said about black people. He had made some statements about black people, and he had said that I'm no longer going to try to help black people. Uh, I moved to a predominantly white neighborhood because black people are inherently violent. He went in, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to try to find the clip. And once I do find, I'm sorry I don't have it live because I don't want to go through all these YouTube clips and everything like that. It's a bunch of news. Let me see. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I could just find the exact rant. But yeah, he just pretty much said, here we go. Here we go. We're gonna react to this. I did find it. He went in. He went in. And I want to know how the people feel about this because in the world on social media where if you talk positivity, see, they got rid of Kevin Samuels for saying some real stuff, or at least they tried to cancel him for saying some real stuff. They banned Andrew Tate and I'm no fan of his, but they banned Andrew Tate from every social media platform because of what he was saying. You dig what I'm saying? Now, as far as his criminal charges and everything like that, I don't know about that. That's neither here nor there. But they banned him because of his stance and how he feel. They tried to cancel him. But trust me, Dilbert's not going nowhere. Dilbert will be back because we forget things. But I'm gonna pull up the clip. And I'm gonna let y'all see it. Stay away. He said, stay away from black people. Ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Let me get this clip ready. There's probably gonna be some black people that agree with him. Let's get into it though. Because he just went full.
So if
he went in
nearly
fully.
half of all blacks.
Hold on, Scott. Don't start yet. Wait a minute. Let me get my headphones on. Don't start yet, Scott. Let me get Scott the floor. I gotta get Scott the floor on this one. All right.
So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with. So if nearly half of all blacks are not okay with white people, according to this poll, not according to me, according to this poll, that's a hate group. That's a hate group.
Now, to put this thing in context, right? It was a poll by a right-wing publication put out, and they only polled 1,000 black people, and they asked the question, is it okay to be white? Why they would ask this question, I don't know. I think it was clearly to start some mess because they know a lot of us are very emotional and very reactive. And I think this was all a big play to get people emotional and very reactive once again. But the poll, just to put it in context, it was put out by a right-wing publication, and they simply stated, is it okay to be white? And they asked 1,000 black people, is it okay to be white? Mind you, there are more than 1,000 black people in this country. And Scott Adams contributes this to all black folks. But let's continue. Let's continue.
And I don't want to have anything to do with them. And I would say, based on the current way things are going, the best advice I would give to white people is to get the hell away from black people. Just get the fuck away. Wherever you have to go, just get away. Because there's no fixing this. This can't be fixed. Right? This can't be fixed. You just have to escape. So that's what I did. I went to a neighborhood where, I have a very low black population. Because unfortunately, there's a high correlation between the density. And this is according to Don Lemon, by the way.
He quoted Don Lemon. He quoted Don Lemon. He said this is according to Don Lemon, by the way. So I'm not racist. Because Don, he is the black people whisperer. Don Lemon is the black person whisperer. You dig? He said, just get away from him. Let's go. Just go. Now let me be real. Okay. There are terrible groups in all populations. Rather it be black, rather it be white, rather it be Asian, rather it be Dominican, rather it be Mexican. There are just bad people in all populations. And guess what? The good people in those populations want to get away from the bad people in those populations, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. So, for an example, normally rich, wealthy, well-to-do Caucasian individuals want nothing to do with the methed out, cracked out, food stamp having, trailer park living Caucasian demographic. They normally want nothing to do with them. So what do? They move to a different area where people who are more like them reside. This is not a race thing, ladies and gentlemen, okay? When it comes down to it. Now, he may be speaking from a suspected white supremacist standpoint. You dig what I'm saying? But in the grand scheme of things, it's not a race thing. It's about being around people who have the same mindset as you. Because I'll be the first person to tell you, as a black person, I don't want to be around black people with an impoverished mindset. I don't want to be around dusty black people. I want to be around black people who have something going on for themselves. I want to be around black people who are productive in society. I want to be around black people that are amazing thinkers. I want to be around black people who know how to work and get the job done. I want to be around black women that are productive, that are smart, that are beautiful, that are feminine, that have something to add to the society. I want to be around black men that are strong, that are knowledgeable, that work hard, that play hard, that do all the things that productive people in society do. So no, I don't want to be around dusty black people. I don't want to be around dusty white people. I don't want to be around dusty Asian people. I don't want to be around anybody who is dusty. And it's not because they're a certain color. It's because of the mindset. Okay. But when it comes to Scott Adams, he's contributing this to people because they're black from a poll that was taken by 1,000 black people. That's slow. Now he's just being stupid. Okay. And he's just trying to get a rise out of people. And I noticed that when these people, like when their career starts to fizzle out, they really take on the suspected white supremacist persona. You dig what I'm saying? So yeah, this is like the route for him. Him, Bill O'Reilly, when their careers just really start to fizzle out, they go down this route. This is like the card that they play. Shout out to Tariq Nasheed who brought that to the light. But let's keep going. Exactly. Oh no, he's not digging a grave. His career is done, but he will have people that support him. Yes, black people that add value. Those are the type of people that I want to be around. I want to be around white folks that add value. I want to be around Asians that add value. I want to be around Indians that add value. I don't want to be around nobody that has no value. I don't want to be nobody that's losing. I don't want to be around anybody that's okay with being a loser. That's okay with that. I don't want to be around nobody that has an impoverished mindset and loves to be involved in impoverished things. I'm good on that. So whether you're black, white, Puerto Rican, or whatever you are, no, I don't want to be around you. I only want to be around the productive building class of people, rather whatever color you are. But let's get into Mr. Dilbert. Let's get it. Let's get it.
So here I'm just quoting Don Lemon when he notes that when he lived in a mostly black neighborhood, there were a bunch of problems that he didn't see in white neighborhoods. So even Don Lemon sees a big difference in your own quality of living.
And this is where he's wrong once again. I don't know if Don Lemon said this, but Don Lemon is an idiot. Okay. He's an idiot if he did say this. Okay. Because it's not about a color once again. Because if you go around any area that is impoverished, there are all kind of videos of people in China, the poor people in China, the poor people from different countries. When you have any area that has poverty, you are going to have crime. Trust me. Trust me, whether it be black or white. There are, shout out to Baldwin Hills, a predominantly black area over in California. There's an area up north, up north in Michigan, where it's a predominantly black town where people would go once a year. Like mostly black people live there, but it was up north. But celebrities will go there once a year. They would have like a big old barbecue. I can't think of the name right now. I can't think of the name, but I think a movie was based on it that Outkast had did. But I'll come back later with those facts. But no, it's not a color thing again, what he's referring to, because I guarantee you this same man do not want to be around them CACs that smoke meth, that smoke that's on food stamps and all that kind of stuff. Because there are people that look just like him that are dusty. And I guarantee you he don't want to be around them either. I can guarantee you that. Let's keep going.
Based on where you live and who's there. So I think it makes no sense whatsoever as a white citizen of America to try to help black citizens anymore. It doesn't make sense. It's no longer a rational impulse. And so I'm gonna back off from being helpful to black America because it doesn't seem like it pays off. Like I've been doing it all my life, and the only outcome is I get called a racist. That's the only outcome. It makes no sense to help black Americans if you're white. It's over. Don't even think it's worth trying. Totally not trying. And there we go. You didn't expect that today, did you? But those who don't want to focus on education, you just need to get away from them. Just get as much distance as you can. That's my.
And again, I wonder if he has that same energy for the people in his community. For the people in his community, from the people that look like him, that are also that are also a reflective mirror of what he seems to not like in black America. I wonder if he has that same smoke for them. I wonder. I doubt it. But I think it's funny because here's the thing too. I don't want to help anybody that ain't trying to help themselves either. Whether they be black or white. You dig what I'm saying? Black, white, or whatever they are. I'm not trying to I ain't got nothing for you, bro. I got nothing for you. Got nothing here. You dig? So, I mean, look, it is what it is. I mean, you have a lot of people that think like this. I don't care. Doesn't bother me. I like to know up front who don't like me, because therefore I won't be surprised. That's why I had no issue with Trump. Okay. I had no issue with him because Trump said, I don't really mess with this group like that. You dig? I don't really mess with him, and I can respect that. I can respect that. You don't rock with me, I don't rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, cool. We can coexist, but we ain't gotta rock with each other. I can respect that to a certain degree. You dig? I like to see the people who ain't really trying to rock with me like that, so I can know what I'm getting into when I'm dealing with you. That's all. It's the wolves in sheep's clothing that I can't really rock with. You dig what I'm saying? That try to act like you for whatever, but you're really not. I can't respect that. I can't respect that. But let's rock this out. He said you didn't expect that today. Oh no, sir. Actually, quite the opposite. I expect this every day. I expect this every day. And it's a beautiful thing when we don't see any type of evil talk or any type of low class talk. It's a beautiful thing when we don't see it. But no, I expect this to come anytime, any day. It is what it is. People are people. Well, let's get into it.
Recommendation. And I'm also really sick of seeing video after video of Black Americans beating up non-Black citizens. I realize it's anecdotal.
Right. He realizes it's anecdotal. Right. So he's capping. Now he's just putting some stank on it. This is all cap. Trust me, there are no rise in videos. Okay. There is no upflux in videos of blacks just going around beating up random white people. It's not happening. It's not happening, ladies and gentlemen. This guy's now he's capping. Okay. He's definitely capping on this one. Now he's just trying to get a rise out of people. For real now.
And then, it doesn't give you a full picture of what's happening. But
so even he just admitted he's capping. He said, I see these videos, but even though they really don't give you a full picture, but I'm just tired of seeing black people putting hands on white people. Yeah, no, sir. That's not going to go down like that. Let's continue.
A damn day, I look on social media and there's some black person beating the shit out of some white person. I'm kind of over it. I'm over it. Right? So I quit.
All right. What did y'all think of that, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah. What did y'all think of that? I thought that was a desperate man who was nearing the end of his career, and he's understanding that Dilbert isn't popping like it once was, and he's desperate to try to find a new audience. And now he's going to cater to that audience to try to spark life into a new career of, whatever he's trying to do and whatever that audience likes. So I really think nothing of it. It's just somebody who is who's not really the real world, ladies and gentlemen. So it's unfortunate, but yes, clout is a hell of a drug. I agree. This is clout chasing at its finest, boys and girls. Clout chasing at its finest. And yeah, hopefully we can do something about it as far as from a positive standpoint. But again, I'm not really in the business of trying to make somebody like me who does not want to deal with me. I can respect that, you don't really rock with a player. All right, cool. I'm gonna stay over here. You can stay over there. To those who do rock with each other, who are not who don't have that mindset like that, then let's rock out, let's build, let's have a good time, let's do something constructive, and let's get this money. Let's get this money. So Scott Adams, you dig? I mean, you can go jump off a cliff for all I care. I've never read Dilbert. I've seen the show a couple times. It's horrible, awful. So anyway, that's how I feel about that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a good show. I actually have to get ready for work, and I have to go grind it out. Make sure you please go to the channel and subscribe to the new channel, actually, the CJK's channel, and a lot of this content you will see over there. like what we just talked about, and the non-nursing stuff will be over there. So it should be a relatively good thing we are building right now. And yeah, just building 2 platforms, working hard, doing what we got to do to get it cracking, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, I'm going to put the link in the description. We are at 67 subscribers now. We trying to hurry up and get to 100. If y'all can help me get there, I would greatly appreciate it. But again, I'm gonna be trying to do a live stream. I know I've been talking that for a minute. I really want to do a weekly live stream show, and I'm thinking about Thursdays, really Thursdays, to stick to it. I know it's hard for me with my work schedule. I'm always busy, y'all. I like when I say I'm always busy, I'm literally always busy. So man, I got some new equipment coming. Yeah, I'm about to get a whole new revamp. I'm gonna have my girl design the office on some real studio type stuff. I got a new camera coming. I got a new mic coming. The whole studio it's gonna be lit, y'all. So I'm gonna holler at y'all in a minute. I appreciate y'all for watching, and I'm gonna holler. Peace.